So today what we're going to do is just a quick video for the Taranis XD9 Plus because I just spent several hours pulling my hair out trying to work out how to do something that's very simple, but there's no instructions on how to do it, and I spent a long time on Google and YouTube trying to get some help on how to do this. And what it is how to turn the Taranis on, plug it into the computer and get it so you can upload a sound file. I'm not going to go into uploading the sound files. This is just to get the Taranis so it'll connect to the computer. Sounds easy, but there's a trick to it and you'll see what I mean. So you got your Taranis. I might pick up the camera and do this actually. So you got your Taranis. This is it here. So these are your sticks. Now down here, these are your trim tabs down here, here and here. Might go a bit closer. That's a trim tab and trim tab. Now these, pay attention for these ones. Now when you want to access or put files onto a Taranis, there's two ways of doing it. The first way is for firmware updates. Now you plug that in with the radio off. But to put sound files on a Taranis, you need to, when you plug it in, it needs to be on. But there's a trick to turning it on, which is what we're going to go through. Now this is your on-off switch, and as I said, these are your trim tabs. Now what you're going to do is you're going to want to hold both in at the same time. So you're going to want to push that one that way, and you're going to want to push that one that way, and at the same time turn it on. So and this is your on-off switch here. So we'll hold it on, and then turn it on. Now what we've got here, I don't know if the camera will show it, but you see a different screen when it turns on. So you've got Taranis bootloader, and then write firmware, then restore EEPROM, exit, and then right at the bottom, or plug in a USB cable for mass storage. So that's what we're going to do right now. Okay, so we've plugged it in. Now on the screen you'll see it's changed to USB connected. Now when you first do that on a Windows machine, the first thing that'll happen is a little box will pop up and it'll say loading device or installing device, something along those lines. It goes for about 30 seconds, then it will disappear. It only does that once, so it's not doing it on my computer now. I can't show it to you because I've already done it before, but I'll just flick around to the screen. Okay, so we've plugged in the Taranis and it should be ready to go. So now we're going to open up Windows Explorer, and you'll see two drives. You'll see the Taranis drive, and this one is the SD card. So the Taranis, which is the radio itself, in there is where you've got your firmware update. In the SD card is where you're going to put your sounds. So if you go into sounds, and then in the English folder, if you speak English, and then you put your sounds in there. You just pick them up and copy and paste straight into that folder, and then that's it. And then when you're done, you just disconnect your USB through Windows so that you don't corrupt any data, and then you're right to disconnect your plug, and away you go.